Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on the witch class. This class is interesting. It has a lot of flavors that make the witch a very playable class. I've not had a lot of luck with the witch class, but that's only because, like a lot of D&D games, you'll create characters, you'll show up for a couple of game sessions, and then it just falls apart. But I have seen a witch fellow player, when I was in a different game, go pretty high level, so they get very interesting. So let's dive into this. A witch starts with a d6. Well, a witch has a d6 hit dice. You need intelligence as your best stat for your spells. I would then do dex, con, and charisma. You have a spellcaster's base attack bonus, so by about 10th level, you might have 2 attacks. I would start with a dagger, a staff, and a sling. If I had the money, I would get a crossbow. You want to avoid combat, just like a wizard or sorcerer. You don't really want to be up there in melee. The feats I would pick, I would start with skill-focused spellcraft. The reason is you want your spellcraft to be really high if you want to be able to add more spells to your list of spells easily from scrolls. Unlike a wizard, you don't cast read magic to then be able to read it and then describe it to your book. You have to dissolve the scroll and then feed it to your familiar over a ritual that takes an hour per level of the spell, I believe. And then you make a spellcraft check to see if the familiar learns the spell. So, hedging your bets on making sure your spellcraft is as high as possible. After that, I would take a cursed hex. Allows you to use your hex ability on the same person more than once in a day. I would take extra hex at 3rd level, which would allow you to know another hex. So it increases your powers, as it were. And then I would take lingering spell, which would allow at 5th level, take lingering spell, which would allow my 1st level spells and my 2nd level spells to be cast 1 level higher, and the effects last longer. Say I cast Burning Hands, it will stay there for a whole round. So anyone passing through it will take more damage, but if you were just initially hit there, you've already moved, you can't move till next round, you don't take additional damage. But now it's also a line of sight blocker and a threat to people trying to pass through the area. So at level 1, you start with a familiar, and this works like a wizard's spell book. It allows you to commune with your patron, which is more powers that you get as well. To prepare spells, you must spend 1 hour a day communing with your familiar. And you can learn other spells from other familiars, or like I was just saying, the ritual for the scrolls. For this character, I picked a fox familiar. I picked the transformation patron. All the patrons are good. I just wanted to go with this interesting flavor. The transformation patron gives me access at level 2 to the jump spell, at level 4 to Bear's Endurance. Even though I usually don't create characters really high, at level 6 you get B-Shape 1. As you go up further in levels, you get other B-Shapes, and then it goes to Dragon Shapes. So the transformation patron will allow you to be more or less a semi-druid on the battlefield with your ability to transform. At level 1, you start with hex, your first hex. I picked the slumber hex, which allows me to target 1 creature within 30 feet. They gotta make a will save or fall asleep, and this does work on elves. And then for the bonus hex feat, I took healing. Once per day, I can use the hex on a person. Well, each person can only be targeted by this once per day. And it used Cure Light Wounds at this level. At 5th level, it turns into Cure Moderate Wounds. At level 2, you get hex from the class, and I picked Misfortune. It's a single target within 30 feet, and they get D&D 5th edition version disadvantage. They roll twice and take the lowest. At level 4, I took the Flight hex, which affects the witch herself. Gives you +4 to swim, levitate 1 minute per level, and featherfall at will. At level 5, the Flight hex gives you fly. The spells that the witch get by level break down as you start with 3 0 level per day, and you get 1 plus your bonus level per day at first levels. Your 0 level at level 2 increases by 1, and so does your first level spells. At level 3, you get access to your second level spells, at 1 of them plus a bonus spell per day. At level 4, you get 3 plus a bonus spell per day of your first levels, and 2 plus your bonus spells per day of second levels. At level 5, you get your first access to third level spells at 1 plus a bonus spell per day. The spells I picked, well, you start with all the 0 level spells on the table in your familiar spell book. But level 1, I picked Burning Hands, Mage Armor, Summon Monster 1, Sleep, because it's always good to drop an area effect on a bunch of very weak hit dice creatures and take them out of the fight. Charm Person, because you're a witch, why not? Cure Light Wounds, Ray of Enfeeblement, and Obscuring Mist. I would, over the course of further adventuring, add a few more first level spells to the list with some scrolls as I see fit and as I would enjoy seeing them be in my repertoire. At second level spells, I pick Blindness, Deafness, and Web when I first get access to it. The level after that, I take Summon Monster 2 and Glitter Dust. And then I would start looking for scrolls to increase that list. But Glitter Dust is always good. Somebody's being obscured under the effects of blur, or you know there's an invisible creature in that square, you can hit them with Glitter Dust. Third level spells. I only have 2 listed because you just get access to them. When you just get access, you get 2 new spells added to your spellbook automatically, or your familiar automatically. So I took Bestow Curse, you're a witch, why not? And Lightning Bolt. So now you're throwing lightning on the battlefield. This is the witch I created, 1st through 5th level. Has anyone seen a witch played? Were they successful? Do they do anything different than I've done? How'd that go? Did I miss anything? If so, put anything that you can comment down below. I'm looking forward to it. Until we meet again.